What's up everybody, my name is Kasper Nørgaard and today we are going to review different products from ANDYCINEK. So today is going to be a little bit special. I am making an unboxing video today with the products from ANDYCINEK. All of these products were sent to me for free, but I was not paid to say anything special in this video. I will just unbox and go through my quick thoughts about all of these products and let's see. Let's first take this little quick release mount from ATMOSHUE, I think that it's called. It's a small product, which is, you have two knobs over here. It's completely made out of metal. And on the top you have a 1/4 inch thread. You have different mounting options on the bottom. And with a simple press, you can release this, this base plate. Below you have a unfold thing so you can attach it easily to your camera, which is very good. And it snaps in really perfect. So it's very quick and easy to assembly and disassembly. And this is perfect for below your camera, or if you have a gimbal to use between the gimbal and the tripod for the gimbal. So that's a quick way to disassemble everything. You have on the bottom here, you have the Arco Swiss plate. So you are also able to put this directly onto a Arco Swiss base plate. You have the two knobs here. I would say that everything is really good about this and you can orientate it just as you want. It is prepared in the sides so you could snap it in place, but I would say it depends. It requires a lot of force to do that. So I think they have thought about doing that right, but I think there could be a little more engineering work because they already did the chamfering around here. But other than that, I will be using this one for my gimbal between the tripod and the gimbal itself, and I think that could be a very, very good solution. So the next item I want to show you is the monitor mounts, which they sent for me. They sent two of these. So let's just have a quick look what you get inside the box. You get different folders over here. And then you get the monitor mount itself. You get an Allen key with it to tighten everything, because you need to do that with the Allen key. There are different mounting options. You have a 1/4 inch thread down here at the bottom, and then you get two screws for this kind of slot you have right here. This is so you can attach it at the maybe front of your rig. It's built out of metal, so it's very solid. It has a stepless change to the monitor position. I hope that this will last over time. There's a rubber part up here, and then you have the Allen key, or sorry, the camera mount down here. I think it's well built, and it will go really nice in front of my rig for quick assembly, because you can attach it like this, and then you have the option to keep it away from. Keep your camera a little bit more snug and rotate the mount like that. Let's move on to the next item, and this is the shoe mount. I think these are new shoe mounts. I actually got two of those. It's a new shoe mount from ANDYCINEK. You have at the bottom here, you have a cold shoe plate. For attachment for your cold shoe. You can also remove that, and then you have the 1/4 inch thread. This shoe mount is actually really solid. I think it's one of the best shoe mounts that I've ever held in my hands at this size. I think it locks pretty well and it will not go anywhere. You have the, it's a cool design also. You have the knob over here which you can loosen the position, just like this. And then when this is loose, you can rotate the ball head, just like this. The great thing about this shoe mount, which is a new thing, is that it has a rubber part up here where you attach the camera or lighting or whatever you want to attach onto this one. It has a really good snug fit because this rubber will secure it from moving around. The cool thing about this is if you release this one, rotate it 180 degrees and put it back into place, you now have a cold shoe adapter right up here. So you have the option of adding different things that so you're not limited to only using a cold shoe or a 1/4 inch thread. So I think that's really cool from ANDYCINEK. A nice little gimmick. Next up is the dummy battery for the GH5. So I also got 2 of those. So these dummy batteries can power your camera pretty nice if you don't want to use a battery. There are different V-mount adapters which has this small 5-volt pin. I think it's a 5-volt pin. At least you have to put this into the power brick or whatever you have, and this directly into your GH5. And this will make sure that if you're on a shooting for a longer time, you will not run out of battery, because you either have a power brick that's going directly into the wall, or you have a power brick that has a V-mount battery attached, or maybe an NPF style, Sony NPF style batteries. Next up, they send some small 1/4 inch adapters. So you have these small 1/4 inch adapters going from 3/8 to a 1/4 inch thread. I also got 2 bags of those. Let's go to the next item, which is the ANDYCINEK 4K 6-inch monitor called C6. And this monitor has quite a lot of features. So let me just unbox it real quick here. We have the different information here. Inside the case you will get an ANDYCINEK bag for the monitor itself. I think the bag is, or the case is quite nice. I would say if you don't need all of these things with you, but only need a small case for the monitor, then it's a little bit big. It could be half size, but then you could not carry everything around. So again, I think it's better to have enough for everything. At least that's what a lot of companies forget when they send lavalier not wireless microphone systems, because they don't include something that can carry everything. ANDYCINEK did for this monitor, and I think that's very good. So you have different cables. You have the mini HDMI cable. You get the micro HDMI cable. What I am missing right here is the normal HDMI cable. I don't know why that's not included. You get an adapter for plugging into the wall, so you can power the monitor without using a battery. Let's just go right away to the monitor itself. So you get the 6-inch monitor right here. It's pretty nice. It's a little heavy, I would say, because you probably need to run and gun with these kind of products. We have an arm over here, so you can attach right here at the side. Or you could use monitor mounts like these in the bottom. That's also an option. There are two knobs here that you need to align, and that secures the monitor really good. There are no issues with it rotating, and you can actually rotate it without unlocking this one. So that's very nice. I like that. You have a cold shoe out here, so you can attach a microphone or a light or something else. If we take a look at the monitor itself, the different ports we have is a headphone jack for the audio. We have a 12-volt in where you could use this adapter here. We have a attachment 1/4" thread for the monitor mount. We have a DC out of 8.4 volts. You have an SD card slot input, so you can I think you can upload LUTs and so on. We have another 1/4" thread over here. At the top we have a dial to change and operate the menu. We have the power button, which also can lock the touch screen, because this is a touch screen of the monitor. So you can operate it with your fingers, and you can lock that feature with this button up here. If you would take a look at the other end, we have the HDMI in, we have the HDMI out, so you can transfer the signal through to another monitor, and by then having two monitors with you, which you can look at, or another one, or you can send a wireless feature from the output to a smartphone, for example. With another product that I have reviewed, which is up here, that's the wireless from the Inky bin box. You can check out that one as well. You can couple that, attach that to this one. I did it, and it worked perfectly. You have the SDI, which is another option. You have to pay a little bit more to get that feature. On the back, you can put in a Sony NPF style battery, so you can power it that way. The only downside, I would say, is that you have a built-in fan, so you will get some fan noises, and if you have a microphone next to it, you will definitely hear it. So for that is a little bit down on my liking scale, but I like that it's 6-inch. I have the 5-inch monitor from another company on my camera right now, and 5-inch is just a little bit too small for me. But I've tried these monitors before, and when you can use your touch fingers to touch everything, of course. You can also slide up in one side, then you change the level of the audio, and if you slide up in the other side, I don't know if the right or left, then you change the brightness of the screen, because this screen is actually really bright. Let me just check. It does not say how much you will get output from this monitor, but you have a lot of different features. You have the waveform, the exposure, the histogram, zoom in and out, grid, false color, which is very useful if you're new into filmmaking. You can, with false color, click that button, and then it will give you some colors that identify or authenticate which amount of light your subject are in the conditions of. So you can aim the perfect amount of light and compared to the controls in your camera, and get the perfect amount of light on your subject, so you're not getting too dark or too bright. So next up, we have a little bit bigger monitor. We have the Andycine 4K 7-inch C7. So I think it's pretty similar to the C6. I have this already myself, and I really like it. You have the same features. I believe this is 2200 nits, so that is a very, very bright monitor. You will not be having any problems when it's very light outside. I don't know if you have tried when you were using a monitor outside and it's very hard sunlight, because you can't see anything. With this one, you will not have the same issue as you do with many other monitors. I think they're getting better today to to make monitors that produce a high nit value. Inside this case is the same. You have the mount here. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same as the other one, so I'll not talk much about that. You have the adapter. You have the HDMI mini and HDMI micro. Still missing the HDMI cable I have, but I can always use more, especially when I get more monitors. So inside the case, which is just like the other case, it's actually the same height, but of course a lot bigger because it's a bigger monitor. So here you have it. Very good. You have the screen in this area. So there are some spill out here. I think it's the same with the 6-inch. Yeah, it's the same with the 6-inch monitor, but just a smaller gap around here. I have this one. You can use the touch fingers just the same way as the other one, which is very good. On this one, let's start by the bottom again. On this one, you have the out port, DC out, 8.4 volts. Here you have the thread size. You have the DC 12 volt in port. You have the HDMI out, so you can do the same again. You have the HDMI in. You have the SDI output ports, but not on this model. On this side, you have the monitor or headphone output to monitor the audio that's coming through this device. I think there are built-in speakers if you would like to hear it directly on that way. You have the thread, you have the power and the locking touch button up here. We have the different function buttons up here. I don't think that's no. So you can see it's just like a shortcut. So you can say F1 will be my false color, F2 will be histogram, and F3 will be zoom. So you can dial in the settings a little bit quicker. You have a menu dial over here. Up here you have a little, I think it's called a diode, but it's different. It's not lighting up, but it's analyzing how much light there is, and if there is too much light, then the monitor will adjust the settings on the brightness output up so you can see the monitor. And the same way, if it's dark, then it will lower it. So you have the threaded hole over here and the SD card input there. On the back, you have the option of using two Sony NPF style batteries. You can power this one with only one battery, but two is an option, so you can run it for a longer time because it will use more power when you have, it says here, 2200 nits. I really like this monitor. I have it already, so it's nice with a second one. I will use it as a top video, as I have right here. It's much easier to have a monitor down here with where I can see what's happening. I think it's a little bit heavier than the C6, but the C6 it feels a little bit harder and maybe a little bit more quality. But I would say this 7-inch is also too big to have on, for me at least, on the top of my camera. So the final product that was sent to me from Andycine was these two. These are identical, but it's a robot camera, man. It's called. It's a 360 degrees object tracker. So you can put your smartphone. You're supposed to put your smartphone in and connect it. I think via Bluetooth to the base plate. And when you move, the camera will track you and rotate in the orientation that you are in. So you are always in the frame. This can be used for a lot of different things, and especially when you're shooting on not only an iPhone, but a smartphone. That could be very handy. I have not tried any of these, so I don't have any knowledge about this one. But as you can see, it can rotate 360 degrees. You have object tracking, face tracking, smart shooting, it's called. That's I think that's the Bluetooth. It's small, it weighs around 200 grams. There is a tripod. You can both have the smartphone in the vertical position and the horizontal position. And you have something called the beauty filter. I don't like that because you put a filter on that makes your skin look nicer. I think that's fake. Please just be as you are and accept that. Let's check what's inside the box. First, you have the same as you have with all the other products. You have a user manual and something from Andycine here. Little Andycine microfiber cloth for your lens. Always great to have. I can see it will be powered or charged with USB-C cables. And you have the product. There's not much to this. I think it's pretty simple. So this is the product. You have the power on button here. You have a 1/4" thread and you have some rubber feet so to prevent it from sliding. To put in the phone, I have the iPhone 11 here. So that's simply it. I think you can, on the back here, loosen this, rotate it, and then you have it in the other direction. I think you should put it in the center, then your camera, or then this one, this gimbal thing, robot man, is not struggling that much with keeping it center. And yeah, let's see if we can turn it on. I think it's trying to pair at the moment. We have an app right here. Okay, the only thing I had to do was download the app, enable Bluetooth, and then turn on the button here, and then it's automatically connected. I didn't have to do anything. I think that's it. Let me just put it up here. Okay. Okay. Okay, it works actually. I'm surprised it's that easy to to use this one. I literally only had to download the app, turn on this device, turn on Bluetooth on the iPhone, and open the application. It's paired automatically. It was really quick. So the only motor that is in this one is on the X direction. The vertical position, so how to rotate or pan, so to say, the camera. The other direction, how to find the right angle. If you're sitting on a desk like this, or if it's higher than yourself, it's done just by hand. It is always tracking your face, I can see right now. I think there are different options. So we have, okay, when shooting in this vertical direction, they could have flipped the menu instead of having in that direction. They could just code that. It will be very simple. So you have auto shoot, shoot sound, post broadcast. You have something live. Facebook, TikTok. Okay, you can live stream with Facebook. That's over your phone, of course, but you will always be in the center, and this could be useful in many situations. You can probably use it in Zoom calls as well, and so on. Okay, I think now it will record a 15-second video. So as you can see, it tracks my face all the time, and it's actually really nice to do like in this way. So let me just do so the camera can see me. So if I move, it's always tracking me, and you can see the green part around my face, which is the tracking area. I think you can correct if it's facial tracking or motion tracking or whatever, how you're going to do that. If this could be a product, and you are looking for a product that can where you can face track and it will always find you, this could be the solution from Andycine. It's called the Robot Camera Man S1. And if you live in Denmark, please, and you need one of these, reach out to me and we will find out something about this. So this was the unboxing of all the equipment from Andycine that they sent to me this time. Thank you, Andycine, for sending everything around for me to unbox. If you like the kind of content I create on this channel, please consider subscribing down below. Hit me with a comment, with a like button. I would love to discuss about camera gears in general, also about these products. And I will see you in the future.